From the capital city, you're watching This Week in Iowa with Sabrina Ahmed, getting to the heart of what's happening in Iowa politics.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on This Week in Iowa. I'm Sabrina Ahmed. Well, change is coming to the Iowa legislature. The first ever female Speaker of the House, Linda Upmeyer, announced this week that she is stepping down as Speaker at the end of this year and will not seek re-election in 2020. She wants to spend some more time with her family. This could mean a potential shakeup across the board in leadership. The Speaker of the House has a big job. They run the daily business on the floor, but are also in charge of recruiting members, fundraising, and just administrative work at the Capitol. I sat down with her as she reflects on her time as a lawmaker and whether she ever planned to take on this role.
Not in a million years. So, and it's really kind of interesting because my dad was a speaker. You know, that was something that before I arrived here, I probably didn't fully appreciate. Wow, that's a big responsibility, big undertaking, but as a new member, it was vivid. I watch the speaker and I think, oh my gosh, what an honor for them to do it, but what a big job that is. I thought I would never, ever be able to do anything like that. So you just put it out of your mind. There are probably 99 other people in the room that have those same thoughts. But you know, you don't focus on that. You do your work. It really is an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity, because when you walk down the hallway and you look at the pictures, while there are, you know, many people that have held this position, not that many, right? They fit on a wall, and so few Iowans get this opportunity, and I just feel so lucky and so blessed that I've had it.
And you're the only woman on that wall.
I will go on the wall as the only woman. So I've decided that picture will be in color. They're all black and white. Perfect. So we're going to add a woman in color.
What would you say is your biggest accomplishment as Speaker?
You know, in 17 years, there have been many things I've been proud of. Certainly the healthcare things I worked on very early in my career, I'm super proud of. I was the only healthcare provider when I came here. Only nurse, doctor, pharmacist.
Wow, really?
I was it. And so I had the privilege of doing some of that early healthcare work back in those days. So I'm always proud of that I was able to lend perhaps some extra expertise into some of those things. But I think the thing that, big picture, many big bills, many big things, but I think one of the things we had the opportunity to do was change the culture. Over the course of the last 9 years, I think we viewed the budget a little differently. We've gone through lean times, we've gone through prosperous times, but we've paid close attention to making sure the taxpayer was at the table. We were spending those dollars wisely. We were funding the priorities of Iowans, all the time balancing our checkbooks, making sure we were using ongoing money for the general fund, and we had one-time money, we invested it in one-time expenditures. So really viewing the budget for an eye to stabilizing it more. So we weren't having the peaks and valleys, but having a more stable budget, and we didn't have to have big budget cuts. We were, I mean, of course, we've gone through some de-appropriations, but I think we've got a culture and a system for being much more stable, and at the same time, we've been able to do some really generational tax reforms when it comes to income tax. We've provided more transparency when it comes to property tax, and so I think those are some of the things that I'm really proud of.
As you are also reflecting back on your time as a legislator, but more specifically as Speaker of the House, are there any issues that you wish you could have done more with?
You know, I've thought about that. There's certainly bills that I was in favor of that didn't get support along the way, but would I have done some in a different way? Maybe, but I'm just really pleased with the way things went, and I'm hard pressed to think. I mean, most recently, I'm still getting emails about the bottle bill. You know, can we fix the bottle bill? Well, you know, that's one that we're still needing to tackle, certainly, and you know, we still continue to sort through IWIL, for example, and the trust fund. So those are things that I think will continue. I think we've worked hard on them. We've listened to Iowans and all those things, and when members are ready to do that, I think that'll happen.
For whoever your predecessor is, whoever takes over for you as Speaker, what is the #1 piece of advice you would give him or her?
I think the most important thing you need to do is listen. And caucus members, the community, now in a greater expanse for those people, because people around the state, even though you don't represent their district, they know you're the Speaker, and so you need to be interested in things all over the state that perhaps weren't on your plate before. So listening is such a huge part of it. You learn so much from all listening to Iowans, listening to the members, and it really guides your path.
A new Speaker will be voted on tomorrow, Monday. It's between Representatives Winchell, Grassley, and Hagenow. As of now, Upmeyer will remain a representative until the end of her term in 2020. Coming up next, he's the longest-serving mayor in Des Moines, but another Democrat wants his job. Hear from Mayor Frank County next.
Grab your favorite team swag and join us Friday morning
for the biggest pep rally in high school football.
We kick off every Friday at 6 a.m. with Blitz Game Day.
Low scoring so far, which is great. Our defense has been carrying us.
2 unbeaten teams. Panorama comes to I-35.
Talking the biggest matchup with the home team.
We know it's more than just a game.
This is the one that everybody wants to win.
Don't miss the excitement. Fridays on Good Morning Iowa.
Blitz Game Day is sponsored by Fairway.
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in a Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up,
Change temperature to 72,
the lights down,
dim the lights,
and still access their DVR?
play real.
Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish, tuned in to you.
Donald Trump failed as a businessman. He borrowed billions and left a trail of bankruptcy and broken promises. He hasn't changed. I started a tiny investment business and over 27 years grew it successfully to $36 billion. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message. I'm running for president because unlike other candidates, I can go head-to-head with Donald Trump on the economy and expose him for what he is, a fraud and a failure.
Not in Kansas anymore.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
You represent the Lollipop Guild?
You have no power here.
Now be gone before someone drops a house on you.
Follow the yellow brick road.
I don't care. Because. I don't care.
I'll get him for this. And his little dog, too.
There is no place like home.
And for great TV, there's no place like Cozy TV.
From the capital city, you're watching This Week in Iowa with Sabrina Ahmed, getting to the heart of what's happening in Iowa politics.
Welcome back, everyone. We are joined now by the mayor of the city of Des Moines, Frank County. Mr. Mayor, thank you for being here.
It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Okay, so you are running for mayor, running for re-election, once again, the longest-serving mayor in our city. Why run again? What do you feel like you have not accomplished that you still want to accomplish?
Well, I will say that we've come a long ways. You know, we used to wish we'd be in the top 50, and now we find ourselves, you know, the best place for millennials to live, best place for people to retire, one of the most affordable places to live in the country. One of the top places to start a business, and so many different accolades that we're not just in the top 50, we're in the top 10, the top 5, #1 in many categories. So it's really been great to do that, but we know that the work is never done. All the accolades that we get, we need to make the whole city feel it. We've made a promise last year to work on infrastructure with a local option sales tax. And we said we were going to repair the streets. We're going to repair the potholes and do crack sealing. We're going to get out and we're going to work on public safety. We're going to build a new fire station. We're going to extend library hours. We made a lot of commitments, and I was at the forefront of that. And I want to make sure that we're going to do it. And quite frankly, it's not just about us or you and I sitting here. It's about our kids and our grandkids. And I want to make sure that we do that foundational work that's in place that I promised, that our city council promised, and we need to make good on it. And I know what we promised, and I know where we're going, and I know that it can improve our city even more.
What's your timeline on some of those big projects that you'd like to see?
Well, you know, the big projects, which are, you know, replacing streets, you can't tear them all up all the time and get them all done at once. I mean, we've got probably a couple $100 million worth of work to do.
Right.
So we've stepped our commitment up with sales tax and capital improvement and other sources from $5 million a year on streets to $20 million a year. And we're stepping it up on potholes and crack sealing from about $3 to $5 million a year to $12 million a year.
Wow. Okay.
And so this last year, for instance, I mean, some people are still concerned about potholes, but, you know, a number of years ago, we weren't doing them, I think, quite as fast as we would like to, but especially this last year, we saw huge freeze, thaw, and potholes coming all over the place. Well, now, you know, we have an app.
The MyDSM app. I have it on my phone.
Yeah, so MyDSM. And so we went from 6,000 potholes in the previous fiscal year to doing 16,000 potholes. So we are really stepping it up to try to do it and relieve some of the discomfort that some of the neighbors have over potholes, but they need to give us feedback, make sure, and when you do that, and you use that app, guess what? You send it in, it GPSes it, it says exactly where it is, you get a reply back, and it will be repaired 24 to 72 hours. And if it doesn't, I would invite everybody to give me a call, and we need to step it up. But there's a lot of people that still don't know that it's out there. But we can get it done, and we're always looking at better ways, 21st century ways to do it, and ever improving.
Now, we know that you also have a challenger for this election, and that is Jack Hatch, and he's made some accusations about you not being quite at the forefront of the waterworks issue, and now there's been this proposal for a regional water authority. So I'd like to play a quick soundbite from him. It's about 25 seconds, and then we'll only have about 30 seconds to react on the other side, but I do want to give you the opportunity.
Fine.
Well, we can leave it the way it is, and what I've suggested today is that I don't think we do anything until we review the financials, we have an independent audit, and we have public hearings. And those public hearings will give a chance to the citizens of Des Moines to tell us, the city council and the mayor, if I'm elected, and the waterworks, how they want us to run and manage and purify their water.
So, from Jack Hatch's perspective, this is premature to create this regional water authority or to have this proposal. So can you just very quickly respond to that for me?
Well, so we've been working on this for 15 years. We've had water guarantees and constructing facilities all around. This is not a new issue. Over the last 2 or 3 years, we've actually brought all of our partners, over 20 customers of the Des Moines Water Works together. This is about the provision of clean, safe, affordable water in adequate quantities to meet the needs of our region. We've been collaborating with our neighbors for a really long time, and I think that's the best way to do it, to guarantee the pricing for the citizens of the city of Des Moines, but also for the customers of Des Moines Water Works, to make sure that we're all working together, and it's collaboration that's going to make it work. And we've been doing it, and we'll continue to do it.
Mayor County, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. I always wish we had more time. Yeah. We'll take a short break, everyone, and we'll be right back.
Joe Biden promised Ukraine $1 billion if they fired the prosecutor investigating his son's company.
If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired.
But when President Trump asks Ukraine to investigate corruption, the Democrats want to impeach him, and their media lapdogs fall in line. They lost the election. Now they want to steal this one. Don't let them.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
My daughter, Deshawn, she's 13, and she's autistic. She bounces all over the place, and she'll bounce in your life and just bring joy like you would not believe. JONI ERNST promised that she was going to represent us. but she has taken a lot of money from the insurance industry. She voted to allow insurance companies to discriminate against families with pre-existing conditions like my daughter.
Tell JONI ERNST she's hurting Iowa families. Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Milberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. And it's free.
Call 800-240-8080.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Sentinel Security Life Insurance Company.
Call 800-240-8080. That's 800-240-8080. Call now.
You're watching This Week in Iowa, Sunday morning talk focused on the political scene in Iowa.
Welcome back, everyone. We are joined now by Senator Charles Schneider, who is here in kind of a different capacity. So he sits on the Administrative Rules Committee at the State House for the Senate, but you appropriate legislative counsel. You are so busy. You're the president of the Senate, but you also had this crazy idea, and that was to make black license plates available to Iowans.
Yeah, it ended up not being so crazy.
Right.
It all came about because a lot of Iowans were buying Dordt College plates, which have black backgrounds on them, and then also buying a specialized frame that blacked out everything about Dordt College and left only the word Iowa and the license plate number on them. And some people who had done this were getting pulled over by law enforcement and being told that those frames were illegal. Other people were being told by law enforcement that they were legal. And so the people would buy these frames in reliance on that. And finally, someone just emailed me and asked us to to clarify the law so that people would know one way or another if this was something that was legal or not. And as I was thinking about how best to approach this, I thought, why not just legalize the creation of a black license plate, because that's really what people were after in the first place.
Right. So you recall that there was kind of this conundrum a couple years ago when these new license plates that we have, not the black license plates, when they came out, you know, everybody had their own opinions on the artwork. Why is it okay to have these black license plates? You know, there was kind of, talk to me about that.
Well, we have a lot of specialty plates already. I mean, every private college has their own specialty plate. We've got specialty plates for the 3 public universities. We have specialty plates for a lot of other things too. And people can see how many we have just by Googling Iowa license plates DOT, and they'll see a whole array pop up. I think this is an idea that made sense because it was something that people obviously wanted, and the numbers bear that out. At the end of September, 31,550 of these plates had been sold, making it the best-selling specialty license plate ever in Iowa history after just 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months of being for sale when some of these license plates have been for sale for years and years and years.
Yeah. And it's an extra $1.3 million into the road use tax fund. That's a constitutionally protected fund that's dedicated to road construction and maintenance. So it's been a good thing.
That's all state highways, right?
Yep, state highways and county and local roads too. That money is distributed through a formula.
Wonderful. I mean, did you expect it to take off like this? You knew that people wanted it, but...
Yeah, it was clear people wanted it, but I didn't think it would be the best-selling license plate in just 3 months.
What about the fact that counties are running out of them?
Well, I think that just speaks to the fact that they're so popular. I know the DOT is working as hard as it can to make sure that every county has a supply of these plates. At first, you had to order these, and then when it became clear that they were going to be so popular, counties should just have a supply of them on hand. That's when the DOT started sending bulk shipments of them out to the counties. And yeah, I think, I don't even know how many counties now have sold out of them at one point or another. But the DOT is doing a great job of trying to stay on top of demand and getting as many plates out there as fast as they can.
It's really impressive. Now, talk to me about this process and how this, as your job as a legislator, it kind of goes to show that there's so much negativity surrounding a very small amount of what you guys do. You know, there's most of what you do is bipartisan, and it's just to help people. And this is kind of something fun that is at the forefront, that is actually on people's minds, that shows what good comes from what you guys do.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, people have a lot of negative feelings about government in general and about politicians in particular. And I think what this shows is that those of us in the Iowa legislature, whether we're Republican or Democrat, we're there to work for our constituents and to work for Iowans. And if someone comes to us with a good idea, we're going to listen. And if it's something that's not controversial, is easy to get done, we'll do it.
So how long was the process from start to finish of getting that email, hey, can you clarify the law, to having it be the most popular specialty license plate in the state?
It was an interesting process. It always is. But I got the email, I think, the one specific email that asked about addressing this sometime last October.
Oh, okay.
And I worked with a colleague of mine, Senator Edler, to put the original license plate language into a different bill that he had been running. That bill, unfortunately, didn't pass, so I worked with leadership in the House and with Senator Whitfer in the Senate to find another avenue for the bill to become law, and we agreed to put it in a budget bill at the end of session, and that's how it got done.
You know, we look at those budget bills. I didn't even notice it in the budget bill because it seemed so small, and now it's $1.3 million. So, yeah. Well, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming out and giving us something fun to talk about.
You bet.
We appreciate it. We'll take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back. Coming up next, a change to a voter ID law challenged in the court, the ruling from a judge that has advocates upset.
Best part about football? The highlights. So Dish gives you NFL Red Zone, no extra charge. That's every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons.
Right here.
Because we know if you miss that action, you miss all this action. And that would be an awful shame.
Dish with NFL Red Zone at no extra charge. Tuned in to you.
If you feel stuck in the middle of the extremes in our politics and you are tired of the noise and the nonsense, you've got a home with me. I am someone that tells the truth. I don't make promises that I can't keep. I have people's back, and I believe that to win, you bring people with you, and that is how you govern as well. Because I don't want to be the president for half of America. I want to be the president for all of America. I'm Amy Klobuchar, and I approve this message.
Carrie Underwood's Cry Pretty Tour 360 is coming to Wells Fargo Arena October 26th. Upload your prettiest crying selfie to register to win 2 tickets or a grand prize 4-pack of tickets at weareiowa.com. Enter now.
When you feel your best, you do your best. So Local 5 wants to get you energized this summer with the help of a community race.
The IMT Des Moines Marathon is the perfect opportunity to get your family active.
October 19th and 20th. Join us for the MERCYONE 5-mile run and MERCYONE Children's Hospital 1-mile kids run.
The Principal 5K road race, Bankers Crest Marathon Relay, or any of the longer distance races.
Walk or run. Use this as momentum for a regular exercise routine. Learn more now at weareiowa.com.
You want to see positive news stories celebrating our community, but maybe not receive alerts on crime or politics. You can with Local 5's We Are Iowa app. Just opt in for positive news alerts. It's the news you want with customized alerts on the We Are Iowa app.
Welcome back. Republican State Senator Marionette Miller Meeks has announced she is running for Congress in Iowa's 2nd Congressional District, currently held by Democrat Dave Loebsack, who says he will not seek re-election. Miller Meeks is a United States Army and Army Reserve veteran and retired lieutenant colonel, later opening an ophthalmology practice in Ottumwa and serving as the president of the Iowa Medical Society. In 2010, Governor Branstad appointed her as director of the Iowa Department of Public Health. Miller Meeks faces a primary. Bob Schilling is also running for the Republican nomination. He's a former congressman from Illinois, having represented the Illinois Quad Cities from 2011 to 2013. He lost re-election in 2012, and he recently moved to Iowa. An Iowa judge has ruled that Iowa can require an ID to head to the polls, a law that passed in 2017 and was challenged in court by LULAC, but the judge struck down other parts of the law. The judge now says election officials must issue free voter IDs to any voter who asks for one. According to the Secretary of State's office, these are the acceptable forms of ID: that an Iowa voter ID, that's free, an Iowa driver's license, an Iowa non-operator ID, military ID, U.S. passport, or a tribal ID. Again, if you don't have a government-issued ID, you can get a free voter ID card. It is automatically sent to your home address when you register to vote if you do not have a driver's license. Advocacy groups, though, aren't happy with this week's news, saying voter ID laws make it harder for some people to vote. Governor Kim Reynolds, at a press conference Wednesday, gave her thoughts about what President Trump is facing with the impeachment inquiry, offering skepticism.
You know, really until they take a vote and I know what they're accusing him of, I don't think there's anything there. So there's procedures that they have to follow, and I'm not sure that's been followed yet.
Reynolds went on to say that she will not continue to weigh in further on this impeachment inquiry. We'll take a short break and be right back.
At 28, I'd struggled with opiate and meth addiction for 12 years. I lost everything, and I still thought I was in control. I did and said things that the sober me never would have done. And one day I realized I was not invincible. I was not exempt. And that's when a friend told me about elite rehab placement. They found me a program that fit my needs. It was a small enough program that I could get that one-on-one attention. And they gave me the tools I needed to get sober and stay sober. And now I work for a rehab specialist. I'm the guy on the other end of the phone helping people who are just like me. And it's an honor to be able to give that gift back. And all it took was the one phone call.
Before we go this morning, some exciting news for This Week in Iowa. You can now listen to Iowa's political news that you come to trust anywhere, anytime. It's the new This Week in Iowa podcast. Head on over to weareiowa.com right now to learn how you can subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us here on This Week in Iowa. Thank you to all of our guests, and we'll see you again next Sunday.